Now with 6 locations across the St. Louis area, Kind Goods makes it easier than ever to shop locally for quality cannabis. This locally owned deli-style dispensary offers premium flower, personalized service, and one of the largest deli-style selections in Missouri. Visit Kind Goods in Fenton, Manchester, St. Peter's, Soulard, On the Hill, or in Maryland Heights. Same standards, same care, now with more locations near you. Learn more or find your closest store at thekindgoods.com. Hi, welcome to Greenway Audio Magazine. Do you want to do it?
No, go ahead, dude.
Okay. See, this happens every week. Hi, welcome to Greenway Audio Magazine. I'm B. Dunn. That guy right there, it's Tim Pickett.
Hey, everybody.
So we're going to start off by telling Tim, hello.
Hi.
We love you, and we hope you feel better soon.
Thanks, buddy. Just a minor head cold. Just a minor head cold. Nothing too brutal. Hey, you know what might help with my head cold?
What's that?
There's a new product I found. It's called
dude.
Iatro.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't either.
We just had a little feature about it on Greenway the other day.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this.
Me too.
I'm such a big fan of like mushroom gummies.
Me too.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
I take them because I'm not a big fan of psychedelic mushrooms because I'm a tiny little baby who is afraid of opening my mind too wide.
Yeah.
And what would happen to me.
Yeah. Who knows?
But I've been told by people that are much smarter than I am that no matter what type of mushroom it is, it's better. It's good for like brain cognition and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I believe them.
I believe it.
And as someone who would like to keep what's left of my faculties for as long as possible, I really like, I take like lion's mane and all kinds of
Yeah, me too, baby.
Stuff every day.
I do too.
Super excited about that.
Yeah, dude. So they're infused gummies. Stash House is doing them. Functional mushroom blend with effects-based cannabinoids, vitamins and minerals. Dude, this is cool. So they have vitamins. Like 5
minerals
different,
are okay.
5 different types. Active, focus, meditate, perfect, and sleep. Yeah, baby. I want to try these.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
B12,
you know what's weird
zinc.
As you get older?
Yeah.
Is like little things that you would say without worrying too much about it as like a teenager in your 20s.
Yeah.
Whenever you're like 40 plus or going on 40, you say the same things and it's very concerning. Like, I'm going to say a sentence to you. I woke up this morning and there was blood all over my ear.
Dear God.
That's not something like
you don't say that
if you're
in your
19
20s.
or 20. If you're 19 or 20, you say that and like, oh, I probably had a rough night last night.
Yeah.
I'm 40 and I'm recovering from surgery. Like, there was no reason for me to have blood all over me. So, yep, that was fun. I don't know what caused it.
Yeah, that is.
I just washed it off in the shower.
I've woken up with a sprained ankle before. Like, I didn't do anything. I just went to bed.
Hi, welcome to what was that Tim Allen and John Travolta movie, Old Dogs or some shit like that? Right. Like that. Yeah, that's us now.
And you know, another cool product that just came out that I wish I was drinking right now is House of Kush, their coffee pods. Dude,
I love the House of Kush coffee.
Me too.
I love the House of Kush also.
Single origin
I got
Colombian
to try
coffee.
It a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a new blend or something, but they're in K cups, 5 milligrams each, which would be
great.
That's yeah. So
5 milligrams per cup is kind of like right where I like to be. I know there's some people that are a little bit above us. I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, oh yeah, I took a 400 milligram gummy
And it kind of wrecked me. I was like, if I took a 400 milligram gummy, I would call the police on myself.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Take me away. Oh my gosh, dude.
I'm going to be somebody's problem soon.
Yeah.
Hey man, you work in cannabis. There's a lot going on.
There is, man.
In the world in cannabis, and the United States. Missouri, Scott Fitzpatrick, auditor of the state, had some things to say recently.
What did he say?
He said that DCR was fair. Not that they're fair, like straight down the line, keeping it impartial. On a scale of poor to, I believe it was excellent. Fair was the second lowest.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
It was literally like poor and then fair, and that's what they got rated. And the most interesting thing that I saw that he said was, he said that he was surprised and disappointed by the adversarial tone the department took with our audit team and the repeated attempts agency officials made to undermine the legitimacy of this report.
Ooh.
An audit is meant to be helpful. An audit is meant to be a helpful tool to enhance government efficiency, and I am confident our report found several areas where the department can and should improve. I sincerely hope they will change their attitude and view this report as the beneficial roadmap it is meant to be. Straight from not the horse, but the state auditor's mouth in this case.
Auditing the auditors. Interesting.
It's you know, we've had both great relationships and super positive interactions with SMMR and DCR and stuff over the years, and we've had some pretty harsh criticisms of them as well. I will say that one of the key points of the audit that they found was a lot of things that aren't necessarily SMMR and DCR's fault, if that makes sense. Because one of the major critiques was about the original scoring. So the people that are running DCR right now, some of them were there at that time, but none of them were the primary decision makers. And the Office of Administration was actually the one that sent out the request for proposal, the RFP. So ultimately, what was SMMR, approved who OA landed on and gave them guidance and things like that. But they took some flack for that. One of the big things that really stuck out about the licensing process, though, was applicants were allowed to create their own unique identifiers. We knew about that. And the audit found that 12 of the 67 applications reviewed included identifiers reasonably indicative of the applicant's business name. While only 15% of the overall applicant pool received licenses, 83% of the identifiable applications reviewed were granted licenses, according to the report. That is a little bit more problematic than what I've been saying for several years, where I've said that it was a company that was not 100% qualified to do what they were supposed to be doing, and the report echoes all of that. But that one thing right there, that's a much bigger deal than I had ever made it. So my bad. But DCR, SMMR, hopefully not going to go to war with the state auditor's office.
Yeah.
Although I would take Amy Moore in a wrestling match with most people. She's tiny but vicious.
Man. I haven't met Amy. I've been on a bunch of webinars with her and stuff. Seems nice.
You know, Tim and I are big brand geeks. As a brand geek, one of the things that I pay a lot of attention to is packaging. And Flower Pot NYC is America's leading brand design and packaging agency for cannabis and emerging brands. They're cannabis consumers themselves, so they design packaging that doesn't just look good, it protects and showcases the product inside. They care about quality, they care about the integrity of what's inside the package, and they want what's outside to match. Over the next 3 months, they're offering $1,000 off your first order, plus $1,000 if you refer a brand that becomes a client. Some conditions apply. They'll handle that. They'll talk to you about it. But they'll even beat your current packaging invoice by 5% or walk away. So don't just listen to me whenever I tell you about this. Talk to them. See what they can do to solve your problems. They're family run. They're good people. They're great product. Flower Pot NYC wants you to grow with us.
You know, I drove all over Missouri last week visiting dispensaries. It was fun. I did all day St. Louis dispensaries. I went to the New Kind Goods in Maryland Heights.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Then I went over to the KC side, hung out at Relief for a while, checked out a new proper that they had over there close to State Line. From the Earth. I always like going to those. Those are really nice. But yeah, it was fun. We had some clients with us, and I took them all over Missouri, showed them all the good spots.
Every time we talk, I hear you say, "I spent the whole week driving."
It's a lot of driving.
It's like, yep, I believe that's accurate.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much going on recently. Kansas, I don't understand what Kansas is doing, because now Nebraska's moving forward with their program.
Are they?
I mean, Oklahoma's kind of taken a step backwards with their, Nebraska did just have the person that was over the administration of their program resign. So maybe it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back as far as that goes.
Yeah.
We also found out that they left off congressional, left off protections prohibiting Department of Justice interference from their medical program recently.
Okay.
Found out that the way that they set up their regulatory system is does not prevent them from coming in and basically like messing with their program like every other state has built into their program. But yeah, I don't really understand where Kansas is at. We're seeing a lot of progress.
Yeah, I don't know why.
A lot of progress in other states.
Yeah,
but Kansas
do you
seems
feel like Kansas? I feel like they might be one of the last, if not the last.
I don't understand it though, because Colorado, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma, New Mexico, maybe, kind of,
maybe. Could be way off.
Can you tell I'm not looking at a map right now?
Mexico. Yeah, I mean, I feel like should be close.
South Dakota has stuff going. They're switching to digital medical cards now.
Ooh,
that's
cool.
Progress.
That is progress. Yeah.
You know who's not making progress? Kansas. You know who is making progress? The folks at Curio.
Need a little spark to brighten up your day? I know I do. Well, meet the new Thrive all-in-one vape from Curio Wellness. It's a 1 gram all-in-one vape pen from their Best Self collection, which is coming out soon. blending THC with carotene, limonene, and linalool for that perfect lemon lift. Imagine crisp citrus with a hint of pine. It's all in a portable, rechargeable pen that's ready when you are. So if you're looking for your daily spark, Thrive has got you covered. Basically, it's your new favorite sidekick, like Brandon for me. Check it out, everybody. Thrive, all-in-one vape from Curio Wellness.
Welcome back to Greenway Audio Magazine. Me and Brandon have a plethora of guests today from HyRule Cannabis. We got Brad Gregory, founder and operator, Bob Carns, head of
Sherpa.
operations. Yeah, Sherpa. And Scotty Gerken, head of sales and marketing. So nice to have you guys on the podcast today.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us.
We do our little clap. Yeah,
Happy to
absolutely.
be here, man. This is awesome.
So we know about HyRule, but why don't we hear it from the founder operator's mouth? Brad, if you wouldn't mind just kind of giving the people of St. Louis a little summary of HyRule.
Yeah, man, I'll try to do my best. I might have to lean on the other guys too. But yeah, I think our business model is a little novel compared to some of the others. We're all owner operators here, everybody on the call. We all are very hands-on. And we're trying to do it a little different. We see the kind of the woes of some of the bigger companies, and we really tried to stay small, but still kind of, for lack of a better term, where am I going here, Bob?
Just that, we're trying to build something here with some value at the lowest levels. Our employees are paid, I would say, higher than industry averages. We're not looking to, detach from the ownership level to the floor. At the end of the day, we're, a factory. And we operate a little bit differently in that way. I have a lot of conversations with people at that higher level that I feel get detached from the product that they're selling. Brad, me, Scott, all still sticker bags, pop gummies, do it all. All these guys know every aspect of this industry. Yeah. Scott? Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you want to hear from me?
Well, Scott,
that sums it up. That
as
sounds about right.
head of sales and marketing, why don't you tell us a little bit about the catalog that you guys have? I know you got vape carts, all-in-ones, pre-rolls. Do you still do mints?
100%, yeah. And it's growing. Mints, no, we don't do mints.
Okay. I remember reading that a while ago, and I hadn't seen
parts, disposables, disty and live resin, gummies, high dose gummies, the collabs with El Monstero Urge, which is basically just pre-rolls right now. Doing a lot of infused pre-rolls. We do a lot of toll deals, things like that kind of keep the doors open for us. But we're always looking for something new, innovating, kind of a niche little thing that we can kind of push out small batch, because we can kind of maneuver quickly than most of the, the verticals and bigger companies, just because we're, a standalone MIP. There's, a chain of about 10 that we can kind of just go through pretty quick and be pretty mobile and where we go. As far as our top products are probably our live resins right now. High dose are really blasting off for us. And it was a slow build. Like Brad and Bob were very selective in kind of choosing kind of where we went. We staggered everything. We started out with, pre-rolls. We started out with gummies, just kind of little by little and launching these and just kind of working them and ended up being in about 35 or 36 stores right now and just building it slowly. I mean, we started with 5 or 6, and that was probably the El Monstero launch when we went with Suede at the time, because I think that was before they took over the other locations, wasn't it, Brad and KC? So I mean, we started at 5, but I mean, we've grown exponentially, even in the toll side of things too. It's grown up. It's killer. It's a good setup.
When you guys talk about 35 doors.
It's closer to
and
50,
being
just to be. I don't want to sell it short here.
okay. But even
What's that?
at 50,
Yeah.
that's something that, you know, whenever you talk to other verticals and stuff, that would be hugely problematic for them. You guys focus on small batch, and whenever you talk about small batch, a lower number of doors, while you want to be more places, is kind of beneficial for where you're at right now with the amount of staff and the amount of overhead and everything else. If I'm not mistaken, right? Like
100%.
that's kind of part of the game plan.
Yeah, definitely. I think, we not only do like with these, call it 35 really good accounts, up to a dozen of them they're our friends, right? So we're not just selling one or two or three SKUs. We're trying to like solve their problems with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I can speak to that a little bit too. Is like, it's not just for us. It's not, hey, buy our stuff. Like, hey, we're making this stuff. It's what problems can we solve from a manufacturing standpoint for them. So I'd say like of those 35 stores, we're doing, white label deals, figuring out manufacturing issues, extraction. I've gone to some of our retail partners that have manufacturing and try to help with their extraction process wherever I can, efficiencies. They're having an issue with a white film or something, and try to step in and be a real partner to them, and not just every time we call, hey, you ready to buy more stuff?
We're well aware we're the little guys for sure.
Nobody needs us. Yeah.
That's one of
They
the
all need us, Brad.
That's one of the cool things about what you guys are doing, though, is because, and I hope that none of this comes off negatively, because to me, it's all 100% positive. You guys have a much more micro business mentality than a lot of the comprehensive licensees, even one-off, even individual MIPS. A lot of times where they get stuck or where they have problems is they try to overextend too quickly, and so they rack up a ton of debt. They build their models off of the idea that they're going to be in 150 to 200 stores, and that's just not realistic all the time. And so they wind up having huge overhead, bloated staff, bloated numbers, and they can't reach their goals. And it seems to me like you guys have really taken the micro business mentality aspect to it, which is, we don't need to compete with Good Day Farm. We just need to be the best at what we're doing. And we can be, there's a reason vintage vinyl was around for, 60 years. There's a reason that, super local brands in St. Louis and Kansas City and Chicago continue to thrive. And it's because if you're the best at what you do, you don't have to mass produce like McDonald's. You can make people come to you.
Yeah, I'd say, specifically to the manufacturing side, we're super cognizant of scaling when it's appropriate. And, the amount of conversations we have, it's funny. We're a super small team, but somebody will pass us off to that department, and then we just do a 180 and go, cool, we're that department here.
Turn your head around.
We're spread pretty thin a lot of times, but totally could not agree more. There's a lot of bloat, overhead when you're expecting to be in 150 stores, 3 months in, and I feel like that's something we've done really well, is scale appropriately.
Yeah. That's why we're still alive, I think.
Yeah. Wasn't always awesome, but we're here.
Yeah, it's definitely not
What's
without
awesome now?
Stress. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure it's
100%.
definitely not without stress and frustration,
100%.
but how is dealing with, you don't want to say a small fish in a big pond, but usually those are the best tasting fish.
You're not going to offend us with any of that. Like we fully self-aware of who we are. We just spin it like, we're a small boat and we can pivot on a dime,
Yeah. That's the great part about it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. A lot of organizations can't. It has to go through 6 different departments before you get a yes or no answer. And I feel like you guys can just jump in a room and go, okay, how are we doing this? What do we need to do? And that's the
just
beauty of it.
something about a room full of bearded bros, like hanging out and
like
talking,
right
having a conversation where I feel like we're really, we're going to get to the spirit. We've even got a Sherpa with us. This is going to be a good guided meditation trip right here.
Yes, dude. I'm having a blast. I got to be honest. I'm still super stoked to be in the room. I hope that never goes away. But like, I'll be in meetings and stuff, and people are complaining, and I'm like, dude, we're talking about weed.
Yeah,
like, it's still illegal in half the country.
Yeah,
let's lighten up a little bit.
Yeah, and the fact that, you know, when you talk about your El Monstero and Urge collabs and everything, like, how cool is that? That you get to, you know,
totally.
A lot of people are dying to get to cross music and cannabis with, you know, the company they're working at, and now you guys have like local legends like ready to go. Is the music side, is that driving you? Is that a part of it? Is somebody on your staff maybe a musician?
Scotty.
Yes. So Scott,
you know what I think?
Sorry, go ahead, Scott.
No, go ahead. It was.
I just wanted to say you were the lead singer of Modern Day Zero, which was a band.
Modern Day Zero. Yeah, baby.
I still would be if they were a band, but they're not a band. But no, I think the whole thought behind that was, you know, obviously, you know, the community outreach of their fans, and, you know, it's not really building a brand. The brand already exists. And, you know, when we started with El Monstero, I mean, Pink Floyd goes with cannabis pretty well. So it just made sense, right? And follow their build. And I just thought it was a cool thing. I thought people would like the commemorative tins of it. And we were right. It worked, you know. With the Urge, we got a little bit more creative, and they actually play music. And it's like a music box. You open it, and it plays 3 tracks from Receiving the Gift of Flavor. And we have other ideas that we'll probably roll out with. And but no, I mean, it really... it keeps us cool is what Brad likes to say. And that's probably the best way to say it, because like, we're not really cool. So like, you know, we want to be a cool brand. And I think it ties us to that, because it ties us a lot to like the community and the fans and the music community, which is, I think, been very solid in St. Louis for a long time. And for bands like El Monstero and the Urge to continue their successes to this day. Like, I mean, you know, that was a 30-year anniversary.
Yeah, 30 years.
10 for the Urge, right? So that, I mean, yeah, a long time. Modern Day Zero's record, our Mesh STL's record is 25 years this year. So we were watching them grow up in the music scene, like, and El Monstero was like Stir and oh God, King of the Hill, and all these band members, Lex Luthor, all these different bands. Yeah, Sinister Dane that we grew up watching that are now in El Monstero, and they're rock stars. I mean, they are rock stars. It's incredible. I don't know if you guys have been to the shows or not, but these guys got to go last year. And I mean, it's killer, man. And to be tied to that, I think it's a huge accomplishment for HyRule. It makes us look cool. And then we back it up with kick-ass products that follow up with it, with the, you know, the live resins and the Disty and our live resins. And I think we'll move to live resin pre-rolls pretty soon. We've been talking about a lot of infused stuff. We got a lot of plans with live resin coming up. A lot of big moves with that. But, you know, again, it all ties together. It just kind of keeps us cool and relevant in the market. And, you know, it gives us something to give out every summer and winter as they do their concerts and things. So it's pretty cool. Definitely. Good guys. They're great guys for allowing us to use their brand for that. You know, it's really cool. So we're very cautious of that as well.
So you guys. Whoa, there was so much echo. Did you hear that? That's crazy.
Brad.
Reverb.
We should be good.
You guys good. Went right back in.
You guys kind of hit across the generations with Tim and I, because he's the you know, the beginning of Mesh STL, and I'm the end of Mesh STL. You know, whenever I was in high school and stuff like that, you guys were established already. You know, you were around at the same time as Big Blue Monkey and stuff like that. And then, 10 years
Uh-huh.
later, I'm booking Good Time
100%.
Engineers and Bi-Level and McCree and those guys.
Holy cow.
So,
hell yeah.
I'm a big
That's
fan of
awesome.
you personally and what you've done. So I just wanted to say thank you for what you've created. And while we're talking about the things that are being created by people at the company,
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
You guys were recognized twice this year for Greenway nominations. You were nominated for Startup of the Year. And
yeah, baby.
You were just talking about live resin, Scott. You were nominated for the Clementine live resin this year, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So proud of it. Honestly, it's really been fun. Just being nominated has been a blast, man. Coming up like this.
It's probably our top seller too. So we knew it was a good product too, right? I mean, it works, it's got better potencies and more flavor, and the hardware is top notch, and you can't really go wrong if you do it right.
I wouldn't mind touching on that just a second. So one thing a pillar we really did focus on early on was like, how can we win, right? Like there's not going to be a lot of ways. We're small. We don't have a lot of weight to push around. So we're like, let's put our vapes in the best hardware, quite like literally. So we went out and we found the best hardware. These things, they're like $350 a piece, just the battery. And that's probably 3 times more than the next guy. So we do that, and we're always going to do that. And I think it's really worked for us. So I'm really proud of that. We've literally had 2 returns like ever, which is unheard of. It's insane. Yeah. So proud of that, man. I think that's something we kind of stuck to our guns early, and it
for sure.
off.
Yeah, we're not sacrificing margins for quality.
Yeah, we're kind of poor, honestly, but we're doing it, man.
What's
we're
this
doing
kind
it.
of shit?
But we're really doing it.
Hey, we talk a lot about growth, and if growth is on your radar, MJ Unpacked should be too. It's the national cannabis event for licensed operators. I'm excited to share that it's headed back to Atlantic City for 3 jam-packed days in May, 5 through 7. Register to attend and step into expert-led conference sessions, then head to the Experience Hall to build brand partnerships with other cannabis executives. From there, the momentum continues as you head to the official after party with live brand activations, and it carries that same energy all the way into the next night with the MJU Cannabis Cup Awards, where we're celebrating the top shelf brands in New Jersey. If you're ready to put yourself in the room where markets converge and deals get done, MJ Unpacked in Atlantic City is where it happens. Register now, lock in your pricing, and save an additional 20% by using code Greenway20. Visit www.mjunpacked.com for more details.
But that's kind of like the small business dream, though, right?
100%, brother.
You've never met at least I've never met a record store owner or like a really cool bar owner that was rich, like they're happy. They get to go and do what they want to do and hang out and have a good time and talk to people and stuff like that. My all-time favorite movie is High Fidelity. I wanted to be John Cusack and have Jack Black and the skinny blonde guy. That's what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to go in and talk shit with people all day about everybody else's trash tastes. And so now I just do that with Tim, and once a week we invite people like you guys to come and do it with us too.
Yeah, dude. And I hope we never lose that, man. I really do. Like, as we're starting to hit some success now, like that's something that scares me, is like, when will that disconnect happen? I hope not. I don't think it will, but I hope not.
I think we stay like super conscious of it, and everybody, here generally is just super grateful to be doing this. I come from a legacy market, and I've seen, some of the homies just fall to the side, through the years. And I was approached by some other companies prior to Brad, and it was very much the opposite of that vibe. It was like, how much can I squeeze out of you for, as little as possible. And yeah, that's the opposite vibe that we got going on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to there's like beauty in what you guys are doing. The fun parts of like getting something off the ground, slowly getting into stores, building it, like that's my favorite part of my probably life, but jobs in general, is the ideation to the creation to the manufacturing. Like that whole thing is just
couldn't agree more.
It's just
couldn't agree
awesome.
more. Like
manifesting in your mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I had never done it before, man, to be honest with you. I didn't think I could. But like truly through a big team. Like it's a 4-man team that has made this happen, truly, like to get to here. So now we have, more, but all of us equally got us here for sure.
I'm gonna pull a Tim card real quick, and I'm gonna say, like, how did you guys come together? Because obviously you have different backgrounds. Obviously this isn't the stereotypical story of one person or one group with a significant business background in cannabis coming in from another state and just buying a license and throwing money at acquisitions. So how did this come together, and how did you guys form it so that, as you said, you're all owner operators?
Yes. So I'll just start with that and then we'll pass it around because I think everybody's story might be a little bit different and then like how they see it. But essentially I joined MoCan like 5 years ago. Started just watching people and I watched them for like 4 years. And then I met Bob. He taught me how to grow weed, and I did it in my basement, and I really liked it. And so then I quit my job.
It was shit weed, by the way.
I'm fucking horrible. I can't grow weed. I can't. It was so bad. But I was like, this is awesome. Like, this is what I want to do. I think I really want to do this. And then like, yeah, a bunch of bad shit happened trying to get here. But yeah, man. Honestly, I think I have to use the Phil Knight quote that Bob gave me the other day. It's like the cowards never started, the weak died along the way, and then it just kind of left us. And we're just here.
Love that.
Yeah, I think
I like that.
Thanks, guys.
Brad is definitely a habitual cannabis user, loves weed, was in some, this is my view, corporate gig, droning on through life, and was like, it's time to be excited in life again and do something that I'm proud of and fulfilled with. And, I had been approached, I've been in cannabis, since I can remember, 17 years old, out on the West Coast. I was on the West Coast for 10 years, and then I was in Colorado for 15 years, kind of learning the game, learning extraction, cultivation techniques, indoor, outdoor. But then we had a mutual friend who's actually head of spliff rolling currently, and he linked us up, and just Brad's vibe was so much different than a lot of the other potential partnerships or job opportunities that I had seen in the legal market. And he's a great salesman, and he sold me the dream, and it's been great, man. It's really like super fulfilling. I feel it's just so much different than what I see from my peers even, and how other businesses operate. It's like, not I'm going to dictate to you, like, I want this product and I want it this much. It's like, how do we do this? Is it feasible? It's a conversation. It's not a directive, so I'm like, couldn't be more stoked to be where I'm at right now. And then Scott was just so damn handsome, how do you not?
He's undeniable.
Right.
One thing just
You
to
guys
touch
are
on.
so full of shit.
I think there is something to be said about like building a business and being a rock star. Like it's fucking really hard, right? Like to get on stage, like it's super competitive. So when we met Scott, we were like, this dude's going to be good at this. He also was he's like probably the sweetest guy here. He's the nicest. He's
I'm very sensitive.
like, we haven't met an account yet that didn't love him. So it works great.
Yeah, Scott, you can probably speak.
I just haven't told you about him.
You can probably speak to it a little bit, but I think Scott was trying to break in a little bit, wanted it, and we met Scott.
This dude's legit.
Yeah, like, what was that now, Scott? Like a year and a half ago, something like that?
It was more like 2.5, almost 3 now.
Shit, time flies,
when we first met. Yeah. We had an opportunity with another license with a group of my friends that, kind of fell through, and everyone kind of scattered and took jobs at different places and found other licenses. And I had, the idea still that we had all kind of built that they separated, and I kind of brought the El Monstero idea through, and Brad really, obviously, he looked at it and said, yeah, this makes sense. This is cool. Something that he wanted to try. And it ended up being that the way things lined up with packaging and all this other stuff, that Elmon was the first thing to go out for HyRule, I believe, was the first orders in December of 2024. Yeah, 2024. I kind of forgot where I was going on track with that.
Just in time for the shows.
That's totally. That's kind of how we met. He he enjoyed the idea of El Monstero. We kind of came in, and then I started kind of working with some relationships that I had in the sales department. And then it kind of said, well, why don't you do sales and whatever else? And then just kind of built from there. It was just kind of a good relationship. The guys are great. I believe in what they were doing here, as well as like what Bob was saying. I could talk to that, as well as just the vision of not being, operating with quality and, all that good stuff, but not being corporate, being a little bit more open. Things getting done are so much better, just having a quick conversation with 4 people or a group text. And, it's real easy to say, 3 out of 4 say, yes, sorry, you lost, but we're doing this right now, that kind of thing. So it's cool. It works really well. I mean, we all pretty much had the same general idea and goal and how to get there. It's just it's been a lot, but it's been a great group to work with. I mean, I think we all made the right decision, 100%.
Yeah, and
Tim and I have different backgrounds in music and stuff, and he's much more successful and things like that than I ever was. But some of our favorite people in the industry have the same experience. And one of the reasons I think that translates so much into especially the small business aspect of cannabis and the startup aspect is it's kind of the DIY punk rock mentality. Like if we can't get in somewhere, then we'll just make our own shit. We'll record our own records. We'll throw our own shows. We'll buy our own venues. We'll rent out a VFW hall and charge money for tickets to come to that. It's the spirit of, no matter what you say, we're going to keep doing this until we find our way. And I think that's the kind of resilient mentality that we see a lot in cannabis, because you have to have that mentality no matter where you come from in order to wind up being any level of successful in cannabis. You have to be resilient. You have to look at those walls and say, okay, around or over or through, but we're going to figure it out. And I love that you guys' approach to basically everything is, we're okay with what we are and who we are and acknowledging where we're at. That's not going to stop us from moving forward. And in fact, it drives us to make where we're at as good as possible for this moment, and keep that level of perfection, as it says above Bob's head, no matter how big we get. And
just small batch though.
No, totally, man. I like couldn't agree more. It's honestly like, going forward, my worst fear is like we disconnect from that, like I really try to concentrate on it. It's so rad too to sit with these guys, like this small group, and have everybody fully invested. It's not like there's somebody that came from another industry over here, and like when we talk to product lines, or like, hey, what about this or what about that, and people are like, well, I don't really understand what that is. Like everybody's fully in tune with what we're doing, and there's just everybody has something to add that is, you know, of value to this industry and speaks from a knowledgeable standpoint. It's awesome.
One of the things I always, you know, to refer back to Brandon's comment about people from music getting into cannabis, it just got really dark in here. Sorry guys, like it's starting to rain and it looks like I'm in a cave. But yeah,
setting the mood, are you?
Yeah.
Apparently we're switching over to Tim's murder podcast
after dark.
Yeah.
But
what kind of a show is this?
But the interesting thing is that you know, from you know, people from our generation, you know, a pop-up in a dispensary is just literally a glorified version of you standing outside and handing out your demo and handing out flyers to people to let them know of this thing you have going on. And I think that's why that you know, that
the
mentality,
similarities there are
exactly.
ridiculous.
It's crazy. Yeah. It just, I kind of slipped
merch,
right in.
T-shirts, the branding.
Boom.
It's all very, very similar. Very, very similar. Yeah. The bud tenders are our merch guys.
Exactly. That's it.
I don't want to say that because I don't want to piss them off, but like, we know how important those bud tenders are to us too. Like those,
they're your brand ambassador when you're not there.
And you know,
Yep.
And they're knowledgeable
so,
too. You'd be surprised. It blew my mind. I'm like, wow, they really know their shit. So
yeah,
it's cool. It's a really good vibe in there.
Yeah, definitely. The bud tenders, I think, and companies like you guys especially understand how valuable a bud tender is to the success of your company. 100%. Holy cow. I mean, if you get them on board, you're set. And having those relationships, those old school handshake relationships, going in, saying hi, dropping off some swag, all that kind of stuff, man, that goes a long way.
And like authentic exchanges with them, right? Like
that's it.
Really what we try to harp on when we meet with them is like, dude, we're like they are. Like we're the same.
Yeah, I mean it's like genuine, right? Like how many you know founders are like the guy that delivers, you know, to your store and is like rapping with, you know, the staff. Like I mean it's not like a portrayal, it's just genuinely who we are, you know. And I think that resonates a lot with these guys. Like it's it is what it is. And it's
that scenario actually just played out on Sunday. It was I believe Joel, the inventory manager in Pacific, you know, was going through the line because we went to their holiday party, and he's like, you know, because I had dinner with him the week before, and he was walking through and he saw Brad, and he goes, I think I met Brad. He delivered the orders to the store. And I was like, oh yeah, he does deliveries too. And you know, because he was down there for the event, and so it just goes to show you that, you know, we're not full of shit. Like we really like to try to know these people and get to know them, because they're you know, they're an extension of who we are in a sense. You can learn, you know,
so much
they're
from
just
one of
super
those.
cool people.
Yeah. Inventory.
And to what you said about the text message thread, you know, if you're there interacting with a bud tender in real time, Tim's being interviewed by the police.
Yeah, dude, where were you?
There he is.
He's about to get waterboarded, man.
Yeah.
Had that light right in his face. Can we all take just 1 second and just appreciate like what a fucking silver fox that man is?
Yeah,
Look at those baby blues.
Beautiful boy, dude.
Look at that guy. Holy shit, man! I'm glad I'm
jealous of the
party
salt
pants.
and pepper. It looks really nice.
Dude.
Him and Bob both, you know.
Yeah,
we got some serious beards in here. This is great.
You guys get that real time reaction, and whenever a regular delivery or salesperson or brand ambassador or whoever goes in and they talk to a bud tender, and the bud tender's like, yeah, man, you know, like last week we had like 3 people like come in and be like, hey, this was off over what it normally is like, or like I tried something new from this company and I didn't love it, or I did love this one aspect of it more than anything else. That normally takes 15 days minimum
100%.
to get up the food chain to get any kind of feedback. Then it takes a week or 2 of interaction and thought and processing and brainstorming and ideation before they come up with something to give back to somebody else. And then 2 or 3 months later, someone sends an email to a customer or a bud tender that says, "Thank you for your feedback. Here's 10% off." You guys have the ability to interact in real time and then say, "Hey, maybe we should adjust something, or maybe we should lean into this." And it happens immediately. And so the next time you're back a week or two or a month later, you've already changed it, and you get real-time feedback in a way that most companies can't and won't outside of the micro business market.
Totally. Could not agree more. I mean, it's so on point
100%.
there.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the connoisseur pack, but that's one of the things I love about that whole thing is that it's like a blind taste test, you know, of like different brands. So I don't know if you're familiar with the whole concept of it, but
No, what is the
so basically like 4 different brands submit an 8th jar, and the connoisseur pack is four of these 8th jars that are unmarked. So you don't know who it is. You don't know what brand it is. You know the brands that are participating, but you don't know who specifically. There's a QR code, and you scan it and you go and put your,
each one,
you know, yeah, how it, you know, the effects and taste and everything. And so one of my favorite parts of it, probably my absolute favorite, was the feedback that you get, regardless of if you win or not. Like, that's feedback from people that is unfiltered. They don't know who they're talking about. They're going to tell you exactly what they think of your product. And like, you can't get, that's hard to get these
100%.
because your
I've talked
boys
to-
are going to say it's the best ever.
Yeah,
and you
totally.
never really get it. You never really understand. And so when you get like just organic content back saying like, it's too dry, it's you can actually take that and immediately fix it. And
100%.
that's what I love about that whole thing. It kind of
No,
reminds
that's
me of
great.
It's the opportunity to do focus groups in
Yeah,
Missouri
exactly.
marijuana.
Yeah, face to face, nobody wants to tell you your baby's ugly, you know. So,
Yep.
and that's a great concept. I dig that.
Yeah. So where does HyRule come from? Like, where's the name come from?
So we are. I used to play a lot of video games, but you know, I can't speak directly to where it comes from.
So it's a word that we actually just pulled out of the ether. We thought it sounded really cool. And
You were correct.
You know, it's high and it rules, and we'll
it's
we'll
just
maybe
a play
leave
on
it.
HIGH, you know.
I love it.
We're just gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it there, I think.
If that's okay with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
because we
great.
definitely we know a company
Yes.
called Nintendo that has a
Yeah, no
history
correlation
of-
there at all. No.
Yeah, I heard they were litigious, but yeah.
they're pretty protective of IP sometimes.
Yeah.
I like that it's got a fancy little crown.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, break it out. So we actually did some rebranding. Scott did it. Looks amazing. We're super stoked on it. Let me see.
It is a little more.
Does anybody have a keychain or something?
I can go grab one.
Yeah,
Let me
I'd
see
like
if
for
I
you guys
can
to see it. It's kind
share.
of cool. We
Please.
Yeah, I dig it. I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about it.
Yeah. So Scott, you did
Trying to
this?
see if I can pull it up. No, I did not create the logo. Actually, Bob gave me credit where credit was not due. Actually, it was one of the original. It was one of the original HyRule designs that they had. That wasn't
Oh,
used. They just
yeah.
went
Awesome.
forward with the other one. And yeah, so it was
I
a logo
love
they
that.
had prior to me even coming in. And then when I saw it, I'm like, guys, this is the logo. And Brad's like, yeah, that's the one I want. And I'm like, well, that's what we need. Like, because it's got color. It's,
Yeah.
you know, it's very versatile. HyRule like that, it's very, there's not much you can do with it. It's a solid color. That's the logo. It is what it is. With that, we got some
It reminds
cool things and some ideas we could play off. And the crown may still be around.
It reminds me of the like Builtwell motorcycle helmets.
Totally.
Oh,
Yeah, I
from
get
the-
like
from the
70s,
70s and
80s Toyota, like
That-
4x4
Dude,
vibes.
I love that.
I mean, I want to slap
Broncos.
that. I want to
Totally.
slap it on my BMX bike, dude. Like that is
Totally.
like some serious. That is great.
Totally. Like
Gonna
mongoose,
gonna shred some
predator,
gnar,
some
man.
mongoose.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we've been
Do
getting
some
into a
bar
little more
spins
like-
on my mongoose, bro.
Gnar.
Yeah, we've
Shred
been
some
trying to do more
gnar,
stuff we
bro.
like. You know what I mean? And less like,
Yeah, right.
is this a wide enough net? Like, fuck that. We're just gonna make stuff we think's cool, and hopefully it works.
Dude, I have so much respect and so much love for anybody that says, we thought about this and then we went, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do whatever I want.
Exactly.
Like that always winds up being the best shit ever.
Always.
If you walk into any restaurant and the chef is like, yeah, we don't have a menu. It's just whatever I feel like making that day. That motherfucker is going to cook like
Oh, dude,
nobody's
it's gonna
business.
slap for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and that's like kind of speaks to like, you know, man, we're a small team and we've learned so much, and that's what I dig personally is like we're just learning and like each month getting better and finding these new things and new ways, and nobody's afraid to be like, hey, let's do this differently, you know? I don't know.
I don't think any of us are. I think we love to hear someone say that we can't do something because that just makes us want to do it and do it well. You know, I mean,
we're
I
ungovernable.
love when someone tells me I can't do something, man. That's inspiration, man. It's like, all right, here we go. Challenge
Exactly.
accepted.
Yeah, that's so true. So as we're wrapping up here, what can we look forward to besides this amazing logo coming up this year from HyRule?
Yeah, I mean, definitely infusion inhalables. So like infused joints, getting into like definitely higher quality inputs, maybe doing some rosin infused, definitely live resin infused.
Blunts. We're gonna
yeah.
drop some blunts
We got
on
a
the
peach-
scene.
We got a peach flavored blunt coming that
Dynamite.
oh my lord. Big-
Yeah, some FICO stuff. You know, we're really trying to get some medicine out there for people.
Like for real, we're gonna do an affordable FICO line. Just like shit the market on that and just be like, that's what it is, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
What else we got,
Love
Scott?
that. Respect on that.
Those are the two big ones coming up, and then the infused pre-rolls, and then just going through with the different inputs on that with the live resin and rosin.
Yeah, and speaking kind of the difference too. Yeah, that would be the FICO stuff. We're gonna rock it in dablicators, so they're really easy to
Love the dablicator.
dose.
Those are neat, man.
And then something
Yeah.
too is like the whole like small batch and quality stuff. When we do pre-rolls, like we never rock trim. We never rock subpar stuff. Like we are buying just banging flour and throwing it in there. Like it just doesn't make sense to us to throw floor weed and rock some cheap spliffs. Like no, it's always going to be top tier flour in our pre-rolls.
For real.
Amazing. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for
Brad,
having us,
Bob,
dude.
Scott. This has been great.
Yeah, man. Thank
I
you for having us.
wish you nothing but success. I'd love to have a maybe follow up with you guys towards the end of the year and see how everything goes. But the second you get those stickers in, you got to send some our way. I'd love to put. I know Brandon and myself want them on the back wall here.
Hell
so
yeah, dude. We'll get you a tin sign back there. We got those coming too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We
Heck
got
yeah.
10 signs coming, so we could throw that at you
oh,
guys.
those are
Yeah,
so
for
cool.
sure.
I love
Those are
those.
best.
And next time I'll try to have our technical stuff updated, and I'll have like a little room with microphones for everybody and a little podcast set up. We'll do it
Oh,
right.
good.
We'll look like we're doing shit right over here.
Yeah, it's our first one. We were really excited.
Yeah, I would just say,
I
man,
have
like
all this shit too. This is crazy.
super appreciative of you guys for the exposure. You know,
Thank you.
you guys don't have to do this for the scene, let alone for us. Really appreciative.
Of course, our
We
pleasure.
were all giddy this morning.
So were we.
I'm super stoked to talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.